when I talk about don't go in debt, you know what put you in debt? A woman. I told you guys, you need to study female nature. What I want to talk today, I want to talk about the young man. What you need to do as a young man to be successful with money. Okay, it's going to be, I want a guy to think about what do I need to do to be successful and have, when I'm going to be 40, 45, 50 years old, a good amount of money in my bank account. Okay. First of all, that video is going to be for the young man, 18 till maybe 32, 33 years old. So let's put an example at 18 years old. If you're 18 years old, you're supposed to know what you want to do later in life. Which trade you want to do. You want to be a freaking banker? You want to be a freaking doctor? What? You want to be an electrician? And after that, when you know what you want to do, you need to do something to get there. You need to go to school. You need to build a trade. You need to do something. This is number one. What are you going to do to make money? What are you going to do to make money? This is number one. This is the first thing. After that, when you're there, you reach your trade, you find a job, you make money. What is the second thing? If at 40 years old, 45, 50 years old, you want to have a very good amount of money in your bank account, what you need to do? You need to save it. It's not rocket science. You need to save it. Do you want to be at 55 years old and be in debt, live paycheck after paycheck at 50, 55 years old? And you have to work. I saw a guy, all respect for that guy. All my respect for that guy. I saw a guy who was so broke, he had to work until he's 70 years old. All my respect for the guys. But it's pretty freaking hard. At 65 years old, your body is falling apart. At 49 years old, I feel it already. At 70 years old, your body is falling apart and you need to get up, go to work. All my respect for those who get there and have to get it done. But if you have a choice, you don't want to be down there and working at 70 years old. So number one thing, you trade, you need to know what you want to do. Number two, you need to save. Guys, the young guys, don't buy a freaking house. Don't go in debt. Don't go in debt. Don't buy a freaking house. Live in an apartment. I'm going to give you an example. I was renting a room to somebody, and that somebody get out. He asked me to open his mail for him. And I end up an envelope, mortgage, and I take a look of his mortgage. That guy was paying the minimum amount for his mortgage was $1,000 a month. That means during the years, of course, he paid a total of $12,000. And you know how much his debt have go down of his total that what he was owning? $3,000 freaking dollars. $3,000. That means he paid $9,000 in interest. Think about it. During this year, he gave $9,000 to the bank. Instead of take that $9,000, save it, invest it, he give that to the bank. I want you to think about that guy, the debt, and think about it on a car. The interest rate when you loan a car is higher. All those little things, guys, that you try to buy stuff to impress your friend and blah blah, you dig yourself into a hole, nice and slow. Guys, don't buy a house. Live in an apartment. What is the advantage to live in an apartment? You have a job elsewhere, whatever the reason is, you have another opportunity. You don't have that headache. You don't have that headache. I have a debt. I have a house. I have payment every month. You don't have that pressure. And you don't have a house. You could go without having that headache to sell your house. Without having that pressure in your head, I need to make my payment. And what you do with that $9,000 after you give it to the bank? You put it in your bank account and you have a nice cushion. A nice cushion. If you have, I don't know, $50,000 in your bank account and you lose your job, there's no stress for you. You could sit back and relax and life is good. Imagine that poor bastard who lives paycheck after paycheck. He loses his job. He starts freaking panicking. Guys, I'm telling you, don't go in any freaking debt. Don't buy a house. Don't buy expensive car. Buy a freaking car. $5,000 is maybe 7, 8 years old. 7, 8 years old. Buy a Honda or Toyota, something that got a good reputation. Cheap car, lasts longer. Do your homework. When I talk about don't go in debt, you know what put you in debt? A woman. I told you guys, you need to study female nature. Freaking female nature, boys. You need to understand how women think. As a man, your software as a man inside of your head is to provide no matter what for your family. Provide for the woman and provide for the... That's your software. No matter what, you're going to spend on them. And a woman, girlfriend or wife, costs money. What is the nature of a woman? The nature of a woman is pretty simple. It's to take resources from a guy. I talked about that again in my previous video. The nature, the software of a woman is to take resources from a guy. What is the software of the man? Is to provide for that woman, is to provide for his family. This is the software of a man. And what happens when you have a girlfriend or a kid? The software of the man kicked in and you spend money like crazy. You want to buy a house. You want to buy a nice car. You want to buy all the crap that your kid need. And what happens when you do that? You live paycheck after paycheck after paycheck. You don't build yourself up. You end up in debt. Guys, no girlfriend, no wife, no kid. What I mean with no kid? Guys, you need to put a rubber on. You need to put a rubber on. And before you stick it in, you talk to her. Do you take the pills? Do you have any kind of contraception that you use? And if she said no, run. Run. Don't put your dick inside of her. Run. I mean, she might try to trick you to have a kid. Boys, if you try to build yourself up, no girlfriend, no wife, no kid, you're going to go in debt automatically. It's going to be automatic. And woman or dream killer. As a young man, if you have a girlfriend or a wife, woman kill your dream. Because of the reason I just told you, you go in debt. You go in debt. You cannot realize your dream. Because you have that payment to do every freaking month. I want you to think about that, boys. I want you to think about it. The young man, think about it. Okay? Think with your big head, not the little one, boys. The big head. Very important. Woman could, and I will say, if you have a dream, they're going to kill it. Because you're going to have that financial responsibility towards them. It's very important, guys. No girlfriend. I'm talking about saving money. Another thing, your friend. If you party every weekend, if you party even on, I remember back in my day, every Thursday we go out and sex, drug, and alcohol. And after that, we keep going on the weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday, all fucked up. It's fun. I get it. I understand it. It's fun. But that stuff costs money. You could spend like, I don't know, $500-600 for a weekend. Every weekend, you end up spending at the end of the month like $2,000-2,500. Guys, that party thing with your friend, it's fun. I get it. Like I said, you become addicted to it. It's an addiction. You want to be with your friend. You want to have fun. You feel good. It's a freaking addiction. Boys, save money. That party thing, over time, that's not good. That is not good. Take a look at my example I just said about the house. $9,000 a year of interest. Think about it. Every $2,000 every month that you spend at party. It's simple, guys. Save money, invest it, and I guarantee 40, 45 years old, you're going to take a look at your bank account, you're going to take a look what you achieve, you're going to take a look to invest, you're going to make money with your money. You're going to end up make more money with your money than your regular paycheck. Now, you're going to end up at 40, 45 years old, you lost your job, you don't care. Because you have another source of income coming from your investment. You see, money is freedom, guys. Money is freedom. And you need three things to be happy. First of all, you have to be healthy in there. You need to be healthy in there. If you're all fucked up in there, you're never going to be happy. After that, the second thing for happiness, your body. You need to take care of that thing. You need to take care of that thing. And the third thing that you need, boys, is money. If you have the two first things and you're really, really healthy in there and your body, you could be happy. But at the end of the day, throughout your life, you need money. You're always going to think about this. You need money, guys. And the young boys, you need to strategize right now. Go back to the beginning of that video. Listen what I said over and over again. And that thing needs to soak in. You need to find a job. You need to have a trade. You need to find a sort of income. What are you going to do for a living? Number one. Number two, you need to have a mindset to save money. You save money by not having a girlfriend, not having a wife, and stop partying. And don't go in debt. What makes you to go in debt? Your friend, girlfriend or wife, and having kids. You need to have that mindset. You need to have that mindset, boys. Okay? So, that's it for today, boys. I don't know what else to tell you. Go back to the video. Listen to it. That thing needs to soak in, boys. Okay? So, I'm going to ask you, like the video, subscribe, share it. I try to build up that channel here, boys. And I need you. That take 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Not even. 1 second. You go down there, click like, click subscribe. And I see you on the next one, boys. Boys, I need to apologize. I just listened to that thing and I realized the sound is pretty bad. What I did wrong is I put the microphone right here. I'm supposed to put that damn microphone right here. And that's why the freaking noise cut off once in a while, because the microphone was too far away from my freaking mouth. I'm pissed about it. I'm mad about it. And I'm too lazy to redo it. So that's it. Little apologize, and we go from there. All right.